John McCabe. Welcome to the show. Hey, welcome to the John A. McCabe Show, where it's all about accelerating your authority in your business or field of expertise. And we do that by helping entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, expert speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed anywhere on any device at any time in as little as 15 hours, also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now, my guest today is a returning guest from approximately 3 weeks ago. If you recall, Wendy Zelmer was on a Hotseat Coaching Thursday talking about launching her first book in November. Now, I gave Wendy lots of practical advice on the show, and today she's back to discuss her progress and see where she needs to go next. Now, if you recall, Wendy is a close friend of mine. We've known each other since 2009 when we took some real estate investing courses together. We've stayed in touch and been friends ever since. She's a certified RMT specializing in eliminating inflammation within the body, which really means that she helps people eliminate pain fast. Now, she's created a very specific light therapy prescription for adrenal healing, inflammation elimination, skin healing, pain reduction, and nerve damage repair. Now, all 5 prescriptions are in a medical home light therapy unit that she rents to clients and also sells it to clients across Canada, the US, and Europe. Now, she's working on launching her first book, which will help her establish and accelerate her authority in the field of inflammation. Now, the strategy is for Wendy to launch the book, get local and national recognition, all to drive people to her website, where she'll offer the home light therapy unit for sale as a solution to aid the people in reducing and eliminating inflammation within their body. And when she was on the show last time, we discussed her title of the book, the subtitle, picking categories in Amazon, her website, the Amazon author page, as well as the book launch page. Now, since then, Wendy has stayed in constant communication with me as she's contracted my team to help her with various aspects of getting the website set up, getting the book ready for the launch. Now, we've been busy building the framework for her e-commerce site, just waiting to receive the content from Wendy to upload it to the site. Now, I've also been busy helping Wendy craft the right message and copy for the website to ensure that she's speaking to her ideal target market. And the message is one that's really going to resonate with them as they read through the site, and it takes them through the process of potentially and eventually buying from Wendy, buying that home light therapy unit. So please stay with me, because when I return, I'm going to be joined by my guest today, Wendy Zelmer, and she's going to give us an update on her progress over the last 3 weeks. So stick around, I'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. My guest today is returning for another coaching session in the hot seat. So we're just going to get an update from her on her progress since the last time we spoke and see what she's executed on. Now, if you recall, Wendy is looking to launch her book soon to bring awareness to something many people around the world suffer from: inflammation. Wendy wants to position herself as the authority in her marketplace, as a person who is shining a light on the problem and helping people get back to living an active and pain-free life again. Now, if you recall, Wendy Zelmer is a certified RMT specializing in eliminating inflammation in the body, which really means that she helps people eliminate pain fast. Now, she's created a very specific light therapy prescription for adrenal healing, inflammation elimination, skin healing, pain reduction, and nerve damage repair. Now, all 5 prescriptions are in a medical home light therapy unit that she rents to clients and also sells in Canada, US, and around Europe. So please give it up with a series of likes, loves, shares, and a virtual flurry of thumbs up and heart icons going across the screen for my guest today, Wendy Zelmer. Hey, Wendy, how you doing?
I'm great, John. How are you?
I'm doing excellent, thanks. Thanks for joining us again.
My pleasure. And I actually brought you a little treat. Some homemade banana bread.
Oh, nice gifts.
And I know.
You can always bribe the host with gifts.
Yes, yes. And I know that health and wellness is important to you. So that is a recipe that's been Wendyized.
Okay.
Meaning like healthier, less sugar, and I thought you'd enjoy it.
Excellent. I will enjoy that a little bit later on. Trust me.
Right on.
I trust that you've been busy for the past 3 weeks.
I have been busy. I have.
Much about what we spoke with, or have you started implementing some stuff?
I have started implementing some things. I have the titles of all my chapters complete, but I'm feeling a little bit confused about just about everything that we talked about, because I feel like even though the information was excellent when I was on 3 weeks ago, I feel as if I ate an elephant, and I'm still trying to digest
Okay.
it. And so I was hoping today that we could just start at the basics and work our way up.
Okay. So
If that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, since you've already been on the show, you know that we did the speed round before. We're not going to do that this time.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do is go through sort of your origin story, let everybody in on watching sort of the Wendy Zelmer story. So share with us your origin story, getting into entrepreneurship, the challenges that you faced throughout the years. Currently, what are you doing, and what are you looking to achieve?
Okay. So just to recap on my origin story, what do you mean by that again? Just
Origin story is basically where you started. So where you started, where you came from, sort of in your
In
journey,
business, yep.
on your journey. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I won't start that
No,
I was born
on
and
this
raised
day.
on.
Yeah.
How
No,
long's
we
the
don't-
show, John?
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
Okay.
So just talk about your business story,
Yeah.
the transitioning, challenges that you've been facing. Just spend 2 to 3 minutes, just quickly go through that.
Okay, sounds great. So I really began in being raised in a very holistic home. In 1991, I graduated from Grant MacEwan from the massage therapy program. And I was a massage therapist for many years. As the years went on, I became frustrated with massage, even though I think it's a very beneficial treatment to get done. I just became frustrated because I wasn't getting the fast results that I really like to get when I'm working with a client. And I started studying inflammation 20 years ago. And what I realized is that where there's inflammation, there's pain. And if you can eliminate the inflammation, then you can eliminate the pain in the body. So I was working with food education for a long time because one thing I know for sure is that food has a big impact on the inflammation in your body. And if you're prepared to eat 100% clean every day, after approximately 2 to 3 months, you can eliminate the pain in your body. But one of the problems with food education that I had with my clients is that when a person is in debilitating pain and then you recommend to them completely change how you're eating and cooking and what you're buying, that is very overwhelming. And you say to somebody, start doing this now, and in 3 months from now, you'll be out of pain. Especially in today's lifestyle mindset,
Yeah.
people want things fast. And I have to say that I like things fast too. I like to see fast results. And I came across light therapy. And that was something that completely stopped me in my tracks and changed everything, changed the direction of where my business was going. And the reason why is because light therapy and laser therapy can eliminate your pain in as little as 7 days. On my Facebook page, the Emerald Healing page, you can hear an incredible testimonial from a lady who'd been suffering from really paralyzing pain for 11 years, osteoarthritis. Her husband had to come home and dress her sometimes. That's how much
Wow.
pain she was in. She invested in 2 home light therapy units because she really likes fast results and said, hey, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to be all in. After the second treatment, she could feel a difference. And after about 7 to 10 days, she was completely out of pain. She was off all of her medication that was hurting her body.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that I've seen in 25 years that will give clients the results that the home light therapy unit gives them. And so it's really just been a journey of figuring out how can I get the home light therapy unit to people around the world, because it doesn't matter where people live. I'm able to help them because of this wonderful thing called the internet, called
Yeah.
Facebook, and all of the technology. But there's so many more things that I need to do than just say, hey, here's a home unit and buy it. I'm very committed to making sure that every person who invests in a home unit is educated on how to use it. Because you could have the greatest device right in front of you, but if you don't know how to use it, it's not going to be the best device.
Yeah.
I have a lot of clients that come and see me in the clinic, but if you live in New York City, if you live in Australia, guess what? We can still work together. I can still help you. And getting a Facebook page where instead of people texting me a question about the home unit, they are putting that question on the Facebook page, because if one person is asking it, chances are hundreds of people want to know what the answer to that question is.
Right.
And just streamlining everything. And I am a great therapist and I am an expert in inflammation, but when it comes to technology, I just feel overwhelmed. I feel lost. I feel like curling up in the fetal position and crying.
Well, those are just, Facebook, Twitter, all of that stuff are just tactics that you use to execute your day-to-day business.
And to be able to reach out to people. And one
Right.
thing that I've consistently learned from you is there's all of these tools that I can use to help me get the home light unit out to millions of people around the world.
Right.
So
all these things are available to everybody, but the biggest challenge
Yes.
that everybody has is getting attention, getting in front of the right people with the right message that's going to resonate with them and want them to actually take action to seek out your help, your solution, get more information, to actually get them to move them to action. So it's really the messaging, and basically you got to think of yourself as you're a media company. It's not Wendy, the inflammation specialist. It's
Right.
Wendy, the media company / inflammation specialist. So you need to deliver your message as consistently and persistently as possible, and the right message to get it in front of the right crowd that's going to move them to take action.
yeah,
It's all about them, not you. It's all about what is their desired outcome.
right.
Because over the last few weeks we've connected because you've consulted with us and contracted us to help build your site, help with the e-commerce piece and some of the copywriting. So just from our communication back and forth that it always goes back out to what's in it for them, what is their desired outcome, and what benefits are they going to receive by using your solution,
Yeah,
as opposed to you talking about yourself, you talking about features of this machine, which people really don't care about. If someone's in debilitating pain, what do they care about?
they care about how
Do they care about how?
No, they just care about how
How? What do they care about? I'm in
What's
debilitating.
What's in it for them?
I'm in
How are they going to heal?
Debilitating pain. What do I want?
You want to get out of pain.
I want to get out of pain.
Yeah.
That's all I care about.
Yeah.
I care about nothing else.
That's right. And my challenge is when I'm writing all the information for my site, I'm always just being too wordy and giving too much scientific information.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, and people don't really understand it. When I email them the frequently asked questions, most people say, I didn't even understand this.
No.
And wording it in a certain way, it's just a challenge. So we should probably recap just for the audience of exactly what my goals are. My goal is to have one website that is dedicated to the home light therapy unit,
Right.
where people can go to that website and get all the information about the home light therapy system and purchase it there if they want to, but also purchase my book,
Right.
download a, let's say give me their email address so they get the first chapter of my book for free, all of those things that you
Strategies.
have recommended. Exactly. And so one of the things I was going to ask you is the names of the chapters of my book. I'm not
Okay.
sure if we should start there,
No,
but
look-
let's start at the
Just
foundation.
I'm going to recap from last week or
Okay.
3 weeks ago. So for everyone watching, just please type any questions that you may have about Wendy, about the process she's going through, about her light therapy unit. If you're just joining us, I'm speaking with Wendy Zelmer, certified RMT, specializing in eliminating inflammation in the body, which really means that she helps people eliminate pain fast. Now, she's created a very specific light therapy prescription for adrenal healing, inflammation elimination, skin healing, pain reduction, and nerve damage repair. Now, all 5 prescriptions are in a medical home light therapy unit that she can rent out to clients, and also sells them across Canada, US, and Europe. So Wendy's here. She was on the show 3 weeks ago looking for help and guidance for launching her book in next month. And so there was 3 things that she wanted help with. She wanted help with the book cover and setting up the author page. The second thing was setting up a lead capture site to automatically follow up with emails, start creating a list that she can communicate to. And she wanted people to have the ability to sell the home light units online. And the advice that she was looking for, basically she wanted the information on all 3 of those things. She wanted to talk about the book cover. So let's just get into that a little bit about the book cover, since we talked about that last time.
Okay.
So what have you done? Have you finished with your title? Have you created your subtitle? Have you gone looked at any of that stuff yet? Have you done any of the keyword searching on Google for specific keyword phrases? Have you done any of that?
Okay. I have not done keyword research.
Okay.
I am going with the title, How to Eliminate Pain and Start Living Again. And that is the subtitle. How
That's
to
the
eliminate
title.
How to Eliminate Pain is the title.
Okay.
And Start Living Again is the subtitle.
Okay. So you need more for that subtitle.
Oh, okay.
So it needs to really identify your target audience, speak directly to how they're going to overcome their challenge, and you need to look at some keywords in there for searchability. Figure out what people are searching for in Amazon and Google that is going to resonate with them. So Amazon and Google are great tools for determining what people are actually searching for, because you want to use the same phrases that people are searching for in the subtitle of the book. 1, it's going to rank higher, and 2, it's the exact same words repeated back to them.
Okay.
So it's going to resonate with them.
Let me ask you this. So when I think about, I just feel that there's so many things I need to get done and do for this project.
Outsource it.
Outsource that. Okay. So if
So
I wanted to...
You give somebody some very specific things, such as inflammation, how to eliminate pain, something with pain and inflammation, a variety of different phrases, and have somebody research those phrases and then see what people are actually searching for.
What do you think of all the arthritis? So osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, back pain, knee pain.
I've seen subtitles in books that are about three lines long.
Oh, really?
It tied in so many keyword phrases and really spoke to a very specific audience. So people with inflammation, people that are suffering pain, with osteoarthritis, regular arthritis, all the arthritises.
Yeah, because arthritis is anything ends.
So you can actually
inflammation.
That's what I say about it's the subtitle is the most important, because that really resonates with your ideal target market. It identifies them. It calls them out.
When I contact the person who I'm going to outsource this to, do you recommend then giving them all of the arthritises, back pain, migraines, low back pain, elbow pain?
And the major ones.
The major ones, okay. So give them all of those names and just say, I want you to research.
Figure out which ones are the best keywords to target.
And who should I outsource this to?
Well, there's all those outsourcing companies that I give you before. There's people on Fiverr. There's Upwork. There's
people on Fiverr do keyword research.
Yeah.
Who's the best one? Because
I don't know.
When we're finished,
there's like
who would
hundreds
you use?
of thousands.
When we're finished, I'm going right on that site.
I would use my own outsourcers.
You would.
I have my own people for this.
And what if I wanted to hire your own people to do this? Are they available for hire too, or no? Yeah.
Through me, yeah.
Okay.
Well, you do know that I have a marketing consulting service that I help people do all of this stuff, right?
I do, but when I'm on the show, you recommend Fiverr, so I'm confused.
Well, I don't want I don't want everyone to think that I'm just here promoting my own services.
I see. Okay.
So I want to give them the tools and the places that they can go to get the work done.
Okay.
So just like I'll give you Fiverr, Upwork, there's a variety of outsourcing companies. But if you're asking me who I would go to, I would just go to my own team and have them do it.
Okay. Well, I wasn't really clear about that.
Okay. So if you wanted to hire our team, then we could do that for you.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to have that clarity.
Okay.
Perfect. Because I'm definitely hiring somebody to do this for me. I just feel, and tell me what you think. There's so much work that needs to be done. For me to be doing this doesn't make sense.
No, it's not the best use of your time.
Okay.
The best use of your time right now. So you've outsourced the website to our team as well as the e-commerce piece and the integration into some payment processor.
Correct.
And that's going to include the book launch page, as well as you're creating the content for the website for us to put on there. So the platform itself will be built for you. You're just providing the content, and then you just need to focus on the content for your book.
And And I have the content for my book, but it's just all over the place. That's one of the reasons why I knew I needed to write this book and get all that information in one place, because I had a client last year and I was emailing him and texting him and we were phoning each other and all the information was scattered, and it would have been so much better for him, but also myself, to be able to just say, here's the book, here you go, right? And as I get busier, which every year I'm getting busier and busier at my clinic, and then of course once the book launches, things are going to really skyrocket. I won't have time to spend that much time with each client, even though I would want to. I'm only one person.
Right. So if you guys have any questions or if you have any comments that you want to share with Wendy, please feel free to enter them in the comment section on Facebook, and we'll see if we can get to them by the end of the show. Or if you want to give Wendy some coaching feedback as well, because this is a coaching show, and if you're a coach that works with people for launching their books, then definitely welcome your comments and feedback. And if you're just joining us, I'm speaking with Wendy Zelmer. She's a certified RMT specializing in eliminating inflammation in the body, which really means that she helps people eliminate pain fast. Now, she's created a very specific light therapy prescription for adrenal healing, inflammation elimination, skin healing, pain reduction, and nerve damage repair. Now, all 5 prescriptions are in a medical home light therapy unit that she rents out to clients and also sells them across Canada, US, and Europe. So with that, let me see. So the things that we talked about last time, there's 4 main aspects that need to get done.
Yes.
In order for this project to be done.
Okay.
Now, there's each one of those main aspects has a lot of tasks, but there's 4 main things that need to get done. So the first one is that you need to have a website that has e-commerce capability, or the ability to sell stuff online.
And that's
with shopping cart, right?
And I've hired your company to do that.
So that's number 1. Number 2 is the book launch page. So that is the page that you're going to drive all the people to get them to click the button that automatically takes them to Amazon to buy the book for the book launch, which is going to be included in the actual website piece itself.
Right. So your team is working on that.
Yeah, that's set up. It's just a matter of you giving us the content again.
Yes, the content.
The third piece is produce and publish your book. Okay. And the fourth piece is the actual launch strategy. So those are the 4 main things that you need to be concerned with for this particular project. Now, each one of those has a multitude of tasks that are involved with each one of those 4 main pieces. But it's those 4 main pieces, you need to be very clear that these need to get done prior to the book launch, which is going to be on October 13th-ish?
That is my goal, to be back here Thursday, October 13th, and actually do a live launch on
Okay.
your show. What do you think of that?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So you need to. So number 1 and number 2 are being handled by my team,
Yes.
less the copy. I got a sneaking suspicion that there's going to be a request for some copy assistant. I just have this funny feeling.
Well, you must be psychic.
That-
Is that one of your talents, John?
Yeah, I'm
Are you
very
psychic?
psychic, yes.
Because is that going to be John's next show?
Yeah.
John, the psychic.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because
The
you are
mentalist,
absolutely
the mentalist.
exactly. Because you're right. I when I work on the copy, once again, I feel like curling up in the fetal position and crying because I'm writing the copy, which I've sent you, and then I get an email back, and I am very grateful for your feedback, but
It's
when
changed. It's all changed.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, how can I be so far off? And it's not that I don't know what to be sharing with my client, but as John always reminds me, and I'm grateful for that, there's a specific way that you want to deliver that
Right.
information.
You want to draw the audience in. You want them to feel that you're speaking directly to them,
Right.
that you truly understand their pain that they're going through.
And I do understand it. I do.
You know what the desired outcome is that they're trying to reach.
Yes.
And you're relaying all the benefits that they're going to receive by working with you to get to that desired benefit, to that desired outcome.
Yeah. But writing that copy in a certain way, that's
So continue with the copy. Send me what you have.
Okay.
And it's much easier for me to rework it than just build it from scratch.
That's right, because how could you build it from scratch? Nobody knows my clients and their needs better than I do.
So send that over, and then we'll rework your copy.
Okay?
So producing the produce and publish the book.
Okay.
So that's where you're at right now. That's what you're working on right now. So you had some specific questions about the actual content of the book.
Yes.
So just fill me in on how your idea of creating the actual chapters, like what is your strategy when it comes to creating the chapters, leading the people through the book. So just walk me through what you're doing.
What I'm doing is I'm creating the chapters of the 10 frequently asked questions.
Okay.
That's what clients are constantly asking me. I thought it'd be a good idea to have them in the book. And then there's the 10 should asked questions. Okay.
We have another guest in the studio, by the way.
A really cute guest.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Just let me,
Very cute. Yeah. And what's your guest's name?
My guest is Boo,
Hey, Boo. What up?
and I'm dog sitting for the week, so
Yeah.
there's nothing like having cute props
Yeah,
for your show.
that's right. Who make cute little sound effects once you know what that sound
Okay.
is, right?
So, what were you talking about? Oh, the chapters of the book. So the 10 frequently asked questions.
And then
10
there's
should
the
ask
10
questions.
should ask questions. And I have my chapters, the names of my chapters. I was hoping that I could leave here today having my chapter names solid.
So
That's what I was hoping. And also
do you have
clarity.
any chapters written, or you just been focusing on trying to come up with a chapter name?
No, I do have my chapters. Some of the chapters are written.
Okay.
Some of them are half written. Some of them are still just on the shelf. I'm wondering, well, should I even be writing about this? So, for example, the home light therapy unit, the main thing that it does is it eliminates pain in the body rapidly. But there's some beneficial side effects. For example, inflammation. Of course, the home unit is just the queen of getting rid of inflammation. I did a lose your belly fat challenge with clients because the circumference, the size of people's belly can actually go down by, let's say, 2 dress sizes in a very short period of time, or 2 pant sizes. Because if you get rid of the inflammation in the abdominal area, you go down in size. So lose your belly fat fast. That's a benefit of the home unit. I have a client who was always getting injections. So whether it was Botox or other types of injections for anti-aging, she started using the home light therapy unit. She doesn't have to get injections anymore because the home unit stimulates the natural collagen production of your skin. And depending on how deep the line is, it can actually eliminate wrinkles, slow the aging process down. And those are things that the home unit does. Do I write a chapter about that? Because how does that tie into
inflammation?
How does it tie into you have osteoarthritis, get the home unit because it's going to eliminate your pain? I want people to know that there's so much more to the home unit than just eliminating pain. For example, if you get a bee bite, you burn your skin, you can put the home unit on immediately and it will heal you immediately. I have clients who go for day surgery, getting a mole cut off or different things, and they're using their home unit to help accelerate the healing process of minor surgery or prepping for pre-surgery.
Yeah, so one strategy that you can use for the chapters of your book, since you're focusing primarily on inflammation, then what you'll want to do is keep a lot of the chapters related to the inflammation, osteoarthritis. You might even make them specific, such as back pain or osteoarthritis or things like that, that a lot of the clients are going to suffer from.
So have one chapter that is back pain.
Well,
one chapter.
Basically, you're talking about eliminating. There's going to be more thought into it than what we're going to go through right here. One strategy is to do the frequently asked questions, and you're speaking when you're writing those chapters. You're speaking to the benefits that they're going to receive. You're answering the questions using stories, and those stories are basically from your client studies, from your case studies, and they basically walk the people through sort of what these people went through, their transformation, their transformational journey, and so that they have the conclusion at the end of the story. Basically, they see themselves in that person's situation. So if you have a client that's suffering from back pain, maybe one of the frequently asked questions is, how does a light therapy unit help with my back pain? And then through answering the question, you're giving that real life case study example, and you're talking about the person that actually you helped, not in that I did this or I did that, but basically you're telling their story, and this is what their life was like before. This is the challenges they had. This is, they couldn't do this. They could no longer do that. Really, you want all of those pains, frustrations to resonate with the reader. And then you talk about the light therapy prescription that they implemented. And then over the period of time and sort of the case study, and then what their life is like now, how they're living their life. So really, probably 2/3 to 3/4 of the chapter is really about talking about that person, their journey, and only 1/4 of it might be actually talking about the light therapy unit itself. It's a very small piece. It's just the piece of the puzzle. It was the lever or the fulcrum that changed everything. So, but you're telling a story, someone's journey, and that's going to resonate with the readers, because they're going to feel like, oh, that's just like me. I am in that same situation, and if this light therapy unit can help them, it could probably help me too.
And putting it like that, John, is very helpful for me, because I have so many case studies that I've done with my clients. I've got so many success stories from my clients.
That's what you need to be sharing. Through every chapter. Are those stories?
Because I just received an email from a client of mine that I helped last year. And it was just it was a beautiful email. It was very inspiring for me because it just reminded me again how important getting all this information in the book is, getting the light unit out, because he just, it really transformed his life, and he went on to have the best year ever because he was able to get out of pain and do all of these incredible things.
So think about the different people that you helped,
Yep.
and the challenge, the reason they came to you, the challenges that they had,
Okay.
and group them. So basically, I've got 3 back, I've got 4 knee, I've got elbow, I've got shoulder, I've got whatever.
And different ages of the people too.
But you want to group them based on the diagnosis or the pain, because the people are going to resonate with that is the exact same type of pain, or that's the same place that I have the pain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then you integrate that in the chapters, telling the stories of these people.
Would you
not tacky, not you're just telling their story of them, what their life was like before, why they or how they sought you out,
why they came to me, and
the actual prescription that they used, because that's the main key piece is the prescription for the light therapy unit, and then how long they did it and what their life is like now, and that'll make up a lot of the content for the book.
Okay, well, that is a piece of solid platinum advice. Thank you.
So always remember the desired outcome, the reader's desired outcome. You got to get in the mind of the reader.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to pick up this book or buy this book because they have a desired outcome of eliminating their pain.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to convey how they can do that in a way, because people make decisions based on emotion.
Mm-hmm.
So telling stories are usually emotional. Stories are usually have an emotional effect on people.
Okay.
So using those stories, those transformational stories, are going to resonate with people on an emotional level. And that's going to help people make that buying decision moving forward.
Okay. So when I'm writing the chapters, I'm talking about the light unit in every chapter, because the light unit is what helped all of the clients I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the book is not about the light unit.
It's about the transformation that each client went through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. High five.
So even, because I actually briefly flipped through, you'd sent something about the frequently asked questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I briefly looked at it, and it seemed like every frequently asked question was about the light unit itself.
I see. I get it.
They weren't frequently asked questions about how to
get rid of sciatic pain.
Get rid of this pain.
Yeah.
Like, how do I get rid of this pain? Like, I've got this sciatic pain. How do I get rid of it? I got this arthritis in my knee. How do I get rid of it? Because their desired outcome is they want to be pain-free.
Do you think one of the chapters I should write is how do I get rid of my wrinkles using the home light unit, or that's incorrect?
It's not, I wouldn't do it how to get rid of it, because people aren't even thinking that.
Yeah.
I would do like additional benefits or additional uses or things like that, because they're not buying it for getting rid of the wrinkles. It's just an additional benefit they can receive. Since they have the machine, they may as well, if they want to get rid of the wrinkles or get rid of their belly fat. But people aren't buying it for the belly fat. So you got to stop thinking that that's why people want it. People want it to eliminate their pain.
Absolutely.
But this is
definitely
an added benefit that they can use it for this purpose. You just need to make them aware that, oh, by the way, in case you didn't know, it helps with get rid of wrinkles, or it helps eliminate your belly fat.
Would that be 2 separate chapters or just one?
The wrinkles and the belly fat?
Yes.
Depends on how many chapters you have already in the book. You could do additional benefit 1, additional benefit 2. Like, they could be separate chapters if you have enough case studies. talking about it.
Okay.
But they would be further along in the chapters. You want to really connect with the people about the specific pains that they have.
Yes,
And
definitely.
then talk about the added benefits that they can receive by using the unit.
Okay.
So please, if you have any questions or comments for Wendy, please type it in Facebook comment, and we'll definitely answer them. If you're just joining us, I'm speaking with Wendy Zelmer. She's a certified RMT specializing in eliminating inflammation in the body, which really means that she helps people eliminate pain fast. She's created a very specific light therapy prescription for adrenal healing, inflammation elimination, skin healing, pain reduction, and even nerve damage repair. All 5 prescriptions are in a medical home light therapy unit that she rents to clients and also sells across Canada, US, and Europe. So, so we talked about the websites. We talked about the title. Talked about the copy. And we just talked about producing the book. About coming up with the content. So now that we've gone through this, is that going to cause you to go back and rework everything that you've already done with regards to the book? That basically a different way of looking at the chapters? Are you going to be like redoing them all now, or just some of them?
Some of them I'll be completely redoing. Some of them I'll just be touching up a little bit. I definitely will be focusing more on telling the story of my clients who have had incredible success with the home unit, and of course the stories of the people who participated in the case study.
Remember, it's all about the desired outcome.
Yes.
I don't know how many times I say desired outcome through this session, but
It's hammered home.
yeah.
It's
the desired outcome
of
of your ideal target market. So their desired outcome is they want to be pain free.
Of course they
so
do.
you have to walk them through how are they going to be pain free.
Yeah.
What is the solution that's going to help them become pain free, and then give them examples, case studies of people that are just like them, what they were faced with, the challenges that they had, the pain that they were in, the debilitating pain, and then the prescription that they used with the light therapy unit, and then how long they did it and what their life is like today.
Okay. That is crystal clear.
And even if your book really, anything 120 pages or more is good. So 120 pages at, say, just grab one of those rent-own books. So maybe something that size. You only need, about 120 pages in this dimension. I think that's, I don't even know what dimension that is, but something this dimension, you really only need minimum 120 pages, so that much.
Oh, really?
For a book, for a decent sized book, right? So
In the book, should I have the frequently asked questions, but also the should asked questions? And if I do, are those different chapters, or do they blend together?
So the should ask questions, again, you're getting back to the content for the book. So we just spoke about a strategy for coming up with chapters.
Yeah, telling the client stories.
Right. So were you thinking of doing that? Because all the frequently asked questions that you had, or all the chapter titles that I'd seen, were about the light therapy unit, not about pain. They're achieving their desired outcome.
Right.
So from what I've seen, you have to actually go back and redo the frequently asked questions or the should ask questions, because all the ones I seen were actually about the unit itself.
Right.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
Like those types of things you answer throughout the conversation, but it's not a complete chapter of is it safe?
Okay.
So you need to come up with new questions that people would ask about eliminating the pain.
Do you think we should go over some of the chapter titles that I sent you and redo them right now?
I already looked at them. They're all about the light therapy unit. So all of those have to get scratched, and you need to start with coming up with new titles that really relate to either the desired outcome or the benefits people receive. What?
I'll be starting from the very beginning then
Okay.
with my chapter titles.
So another thing that you can do is myths.
Myths, okay.
Myths are really people's objections. You just label it as a myth. So one of the myths people have about pain elimination or osteoarthritis is that they're debilitated for years and there's really nothing they can do. That's a myth.
Yes, absolutely.
Debunk that myth. That's a chapter. And when you debunk it, you're using the light therapy as the main ingredient, but you're not spewing out about the light therapy. You're talking about people's...
I would talk about my client's journey, my client who had osteoarthritis, and she thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to live this way for the rest of my life.
That's right.
And now her life is like completely changed.
So, because a lot of doctors only know what they know, which is,
of course,
medicine, prescriptions. A lot of them aren't into the alternative, natural sort. I hate to call it naturopathy because, but it's a light therapies. I don't know if it's the same or not, but you'd have to tell me. But
it's a natural, holistic way.
Right. So a lot of doctors
healing your
aren't
body.
educated in a lot of that stuff. So they're basically telling their clients or their patients, there's nothing I can do for you. Take these pills. If they don't work, there's really nothing you can do. You just have to live with it.
Yeah, exactly. And it is such a myth. This is a big myth that I really can't stand. And it is, oh, I'm getting older, so I guess these aches and pains are just things I'm going to have to live with. Get that thought process, just eliminate it from your mindset, because it's not true. We do not have to live even in a little bit of pain as we get older. The body is made to regenerate itself. It's made to heal itself, and you give it the right tools, you use the right tools, and you can eliminate the pain. And a lot of people don't realize this, which is, I guess it's just normal, that as we age, just like a car, just like a house, just like anything, it needs to be maintained. And a lot of people want to maintain their body, but they don't know how. And once they learn how to maintain their body, they are doing it. So that's exciting too.
Yes.
Just teaching people how to maintain their body. And you can have, like I had a 100-year-old house. And that 100-year-old house was it was gorgeous. And why was it gorgeous? Because when I bought it, I did maintenance on it every year. Every year, I invested $10,000 into that house. And by the time I was done with it 11 years later, it was absolutely gorgeous. Same thing with the body. It doesn't matter how old you are. You invest your time and use the right tools. You can be like a 100-year-old house, but very sexy.
Yeah. Especially if you're investing $10,000 in
Okay, well, that was my house. That was the house. And believe me,
per year, $10,000 per year. That's a new surgery every year.
Yeah. Well,
there's some tight skin then.
You know what? So we've all seen the movie stars on TV who say, yeah, I've never had surgery, and they're like 60 and they look like $1 million. I actually do believe that that's possible from the results I've seen with the home light therapy unit. And this is off topic because...
Hurry up, we're going to bring it right back to topic.
Let's bring it right back then.
Okay, so chapters.
Okay, yes.
You can do some myths. So
Love
list out some myths. So you could have 2 or 3 different chapters, and each one is myth 1, myth 2, myth 3. And so the chapter would actually, the title would be whatever the myth is.
Well, and what do you think of this? One of the myths is that, like, one of the ladies who did the case study with the home light therapy unit to eliminate belly fat, she's a size 0. She's tiny, tiny. You know who I'm talking about. You've met her. And she used the home light unit and went down, I would say, at least 3 inches around her tummy. And she was thinking, oh, this is fat on her tummy. She doesn't have an inch of fat on her body. That was inflammation. And in so many cases, again, 2 to 4 sizes, that's inflammation.
Right.
It is not fat. So do you think that would be a good one for a myth?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, all the size around your waist is not all belly fat. It's inflammation.
Yeah, that's a great myth. I mean, then you can do some case studies where people didn't change their diet. All they did was use the light therapy, and they dropped like a couple of inches or a couple of pant sizes or whatever. So,
Yeah.
no, that's pretty good. So you can usually come up with 2 or 3 myths, and each one would be a chapter.
Okay.
Benefits of the unit. So there's some added benefits. So probably there's a chapter on skin beautification. There's one on you're going to include the belly thing in one of the myths. So, and if there's any other added benefits that the person can receive by using the solution.
Yeah.
Let's see. Computer. And then really taking people down that journey. We're always thinking about the end goal is to have them buy a home light unit. So that's always in your mind as you're doing each chapter. You have to keep that in your mind, but really you're thinking about their desired outcome is they want to be pain-free.
Right.
So whatever you deliver in each chapter needs to lead them down that path to the realization that buying the unit can get them that desired outcome. You always have to think that. Buying the unit is going to get them the desired outcome to be pain-free. So whatever you write about, they have to draw that conclusion.
Okay.
I'm just like this person. They went through this. They used the light therapy unit. Now they're better.
Right.
That draws someone to the conclusion that if they bought the unit and used it, they could get better too.
Yes. They could get the same results.
So you're always thinking about the desired outcome at the end. Okay. So, see, is there any other questions?
Hey, Russell. I just want to say thanks for joining us, Russell. I see you're on Facebook.
Yeah, and any other shout-outs? Pepsi had joined us, Dennis Fortin, Kathy Potter, Rosemary Stephenson, Dean Mosier, and Crystal Banis joined us all the way from the Philippines.
Wow, that's great. Thanks for joining us today.
And I just wanted, just before we wrap up here, we were talking about getting clear on your ideal target market, pains, fears, frustrations.
Yeah.
So did you, from the 3 weeks ago when I talked about this and we went in a little bit more in depth, did you do any more with that? Have you worked that stuff into your book content? Being clear on your ideal target market? Or you did you? Did you review the tape from last time?
I did review it. I watched it.
Like the game tape, and you went through it piece by piece. It's like, I need to...
I did, but I have to say that when I was on the first time, the information you gave me was really great, but it was just too much information at one time.
Okay.
It was too much. And, we're talking about going on and picking the best category for my book and just doing all those things. And I watched the tape or not the tape. I watched it on
in the VHS. Yeah. You got out your VHS
I
machine.
love the 80s. Love the 80s, okay? But I don't love the VHS. So I watched it streaming live on the internet.
Recorded because you were on live, so you couldn't watch it live.
Exactly, that's right. Anyways, it was all great information, but it was just too much, and I really just felt overwhelmed. I feel that I've got a lot of great information to go home and immediately start working on getting you the content. I'm definitely going to hire your company to do the keyword research.
Okay.
Because I know that when I'm writing a lot of this, I'm supposed to be using keywords, but I didn't really know what the keywords...
It's not as necessary within the book.
I see.
But the subtitle, it's vital having keywords and really identifying who your ideal target market is.
Right.
So that when they see the book, they automatically know that it's for them.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So basically, I would say that your tasks leaving here to get the book done before next Thursday. You actually have to have the book print. The chapters have to be done by next Thursday.
Yeah.
Because you need to send it to an editor. Because the following week is when you want to launch, correct?
Well, the following week is when I want to pre-sell the book for 99 cents.
Okay.
And then
so you're going to do a pre-sell, and you still need the, which is 90 days to launch.
Well, I'd like
Within
to
90
actually,
days.
yeah, I'd like to have the book delivered to all the people who purchase it right before Christmas.
Okay.
So if somebody wants to give it as a Christmas gift, or just even have it in their own files for January 1st, because of course we all know.
Okay. So what you're going to
the big
need,
day.
what you're going to need for the pre-sale is you're going to need at least the outline of the book uploaded. You're going to need as much content in there as possible. You're going to need to have the cover. So if you haven't looked at getting the cover done, you need to finish the title and the subtitle, and then get a cover designed. That you need to have that done, I would say, by next Thursday.
Okay. And how about editors? Because I can give you all the content, but I would need somebody to proofread it for
I can connect
spelling and all that
I can
kind of
connect
stuff.
you with the editor I use. She's actually from Edmonton. She lives in Vancouver, and I connected with her through Fiverr.
Okay.
So I have her contact, so she can help you. And then if you want to go to like even another level, I definitely would recommend going through probably 2 editors. Just you have one editor to basically put it together a little bit better for you. But then you go to a higher level editor, and that higher level editor is really going to help you with the book itself.
Okay.
Not just the grammatical stuff,
Yeah.
but help make sure that the book is done correctly, that it flows properly. It's more about the desired outcome than it is about the actual punctuation,
I see. Okay. Okay.
right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make
The
sense.
first editor is more about the grammatical, the punctuation,
Right.
making sure that that stuff is looked after. The higher level one is really going to look at it more in the context of the book and the purpose.
And does your company do that higher level editing, or do you outsource that also?
That's outsourced to one of my like they're a company that does it themselves, but
Okay.
I outsource my stuff to them.
Okay, so I'm just going to look at the calendar, but I know that we are just about out of time. My goal is to do the pre-sale of the book on the 13th. That's my goal in 2 weeks from
Okay.
now.
So
The latest I'd want to do it though is the 20th.
So what you need to have in place
Yeah.
is you need to have the cover already designed,
Okay.
and you need to have some content to upload to Amazon.
Okay.
You need to have your categories picked. So the categories in Amazon, the cover designed, which means you're going to have your title and your subtitle, and you're going to have the framework of your content uploaded as well to Amazon. So those are the 3 main pieces that you need to have in place prior to doing a pre-launch, because the writing of the book can come after you do the pre-launch, because you're given 90 days to have it completed.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are your 3 tasks, I would say, by next Thursday.
Because I'm hiring your company to do keyword research, could I also hire your company to do to figure out where my book should go in Amazon? What category should it go
So
into?
do you just want us to do it all and just call you when it's all done?
Well, I definitely.
And then give you the bill?
Yeah. Sounds good. Just do it all. Let's launch the book, and then you can put the bill in the mail. Is that how you do things,
And you'll
John?
like send checks and stuff, yeah.
Exactly. You are getting more banana bread for that, John.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
No, I do not accept banana bread as a
As
form of payment.
No.
Cash and only cash.
Okay, well, after going through all of this, I can definitely see that outsourcing a lot of the tasks makes sense, because this is something that I really want to get done, and I want to get it done before the end of October. I really want to.
And it's like a lot of things, people just don't understand what's all involved. They don't,
And that is so
all
true.
of the tasks,
Yeah,
especially
so
if they're
true.
either technically challenged or challenged in some other fashion, that they need some help. And there's people out there
Yeah.
that specialize in doing things like this, people that have gone through it.
Yeah. Well, how many best-selling books do you have?
2 right now, and before the end of this year, I want to have at least 1 more, if not 2 more.
Yeah.
So I'm creating, I'll be producing at least 2 books this year.
Once we're finished this show, I'd like to sit down and talk to you more about all the jobs that I could hire your company for, because I'm the inflammation expert. I'm the expert in helping my clients get rid of pain. I'm not a tech expert at all, and I do need help. Just like when my clients come to me, they need my help.
Everybody needs a coach.
Everybody does need a coach. Everybody needs to do some outsourcing if you really want to achieve your goals. And yeah.
All right. Well, that's the show that we have for today. So everyone show Wendy some love by hitting that like button, the heart icon. Be sure to send a flurry of thumbs up and hearts across the screen. And share this with your friends on their Facebook page. And again, Wendy, it's been great having you on the show as always. And I look
My
forward
pleasure.
to so you're going to be on next Thursday to update us?
Yes, I'll come on next Thursday
Okay.
to give you the update. And also, this might be premature, but we are going to have a big, massive book launch and signing in January, too.
Okay.
Super excited. So
Excellent.
if you have pain, want to get rid of it, get the
Wendy,
book.
Wendy will buy my book.
Is that inappropriate?
No, not at all. Because you're going to offer it to him for 99 cents.
Of course.
So,
yeah.
basically-
You know what? You're worth it.
Yeah.
You are worth it.
You're worth much more than 99 cents.
Well, of course. Of course.
That's, yeah. But I'm not paying you to watch the show, so. So thanks again for everyone for watching the show.
Yeah, thank you.
I'll be back in just a second with closing remarks. Thanks for joining me on today's John A. McCabe Show, where we work with and help entrepreneurs, business owners, authors, experts, speakers get seen, get heard, get noticed anywhere, anytime, on any device, also known as the Authority Acceleration Blueprint. Now, if you are someone who is looking to take their business to the next level and you'd like to get some coaching advice, why not apply to be a guest on the show? Let's face it, we all need help with our business. It doesn't matter if you're just starting out or you're the owner of $1 billion company. We all could use some coaching help. Sometimes we just can't see what needs to get done because we're just too close to the project. Now, when it all comes down to it, every business is after the same thing. We're all after attention. Each business needs to get attention from its ideal target market and convey a relevant message that moves them to take action. Now, the reason entrepreneurs become best-selling authors, they start a podcast, they hold webinars, or they speak on stage is so that they grab the attention of their prospects, build their authority, share their message so that they can help more people achieve their desired outcome, which they do by selling more of their products or services. So if you'd like to serve more people, get laser focused on your message, and reach more people so you can increase your business and your income, then now's the right time to consider being a guest on the Hotseat Coaching Show or working with me one-on-one to make that happen. So for more information about the Authority Acceleration Program, the coaching program, or to be a guest on the show, then connect with me through my website, johnamccabe.com, or through the show's Facebook page. With that, I want to thank you for joining me on today's show, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for another great episode of the John A. McCabe Show. So this is John McCabe wishing you an amazing day and live life to abundance.